Bhutan is sandwiched between two giants, India and China. So that's where you wait for your bags. It's pretty cool. So now they have this promotion, I think until 2026, of $100 per night for those who like spicy food. Whoa.
Yeah, food here is pretty spicy.
You're still welcome to come here and pray. And this painting here is gonna take more than a year to be ready. And here, my friends, the Himalayas.
Look at them.
So they really care about the happiness of the people. They measure it and they put it together in their GDP, but they have the separated index. You don't want to?
Don't say diarrhea.
It's filming. So Nikki had
Poisoning.
food poisoning. Welcome everyone, welcome to another video of Out of Your Comfort Zone, and welcome to Bhutan, the last Shangri-la in the world. Shangri-la, kind of. The beautiful Himalayan country, Buddhist, one of the single countries full-on Buddhist. So we are here now. As you can see, I'm completely by myself, independent, in Paro, which is where you have the airport, the second largest city here with the airport. So this video we started a little bit in a little bit opposite way. This is the end of my trip, and I'm doing the introduction now because we started a little bit in a complicated way. Nick and I were supposed to get into Bhutan through India by land, crossing by land, but I had a small drama issue with my spraying wheel. Sorry, very nice. I had a small issue with my Indian visa, so I had to fly from Nepal, and Nikki had to cross through India by land. So we're gonna start this video with Nikki, talking about how she crossed the border and everything, so I can help you all if you would like to do the same. So you're saving flights, because flights to Bhutan are quite expensive. There are only two airlines serving the airport here. They're both from Bhutan. And I'm gonna produce a video, like a review about those airlines. So if you wanna do that, you should listen to Nikki now, and then eventually you're gonna see both of us meeting up in Thimphu, the capital, after I arrive by plane. And we also gonna be producing different videos about Bhutan. One is how to travel Bhutan on a budget. It is possible. You can travel independently, go to some places, and some places you need a guide. I'm gonna explain all about that. And also, if you like geopolitics, I'm also going to produce a video about geopolitics, because Bhutan is sandwiched between two giants, India and China, which don't have an exactly love affair for each other. And Bhutan is caught up in this middle of this rivalry, so I'm going to explain about that as well on a different video. So that's it. Enjoy.
Hi everyone, look who I found.
Hey!
He made it, he survived.
Hello everyone. I think you guys probably heard about my little drama with the India e-visa, like being rejected. It's not great. So I had to change a lot of my things. I think Nikki already explained to you guys. And here I am, arrived by plane. Soon I'm gonna put a little bit of my arrival here for you guys to see how it was, because it was amazing.
Mount Everest, I'm kind of jealous.
So Mount Everest coming from Nepal, and the landing is incredible because you go through the middle of the canyons and then you land one of the most dangerous airports in the world.
Yeah.
Incredible, look like Top Gun.
Yeah. But now that Rodrigo is here, I can pass all the hard work off to him, and he could become the main character. I'm the side character. So where are we, Rodrigo?
You're not the side character, but she was
a
a
little
side.
more of a side
So welcome to Bhutan, welcome to Thimphu, the capital here in Bhutan. This is right at the center of the capital. We'll give like a 360 here. And I'm gonna show also on the map, Bhutan is like the forbidden or mysterious Shangri-La. We can walk a little bit. Shangri-la, like the kingdom in the middle of the Himalayas, super gorgeous, everyone's happy, everyone healthy and everything. And it was actually closed off for a long time, didn't open, the country itself opened a long time ago. And here you can see bordered the south and the east with India, south and west with India, and the north with China, Tibet, the control China, Tibet. So it's quite an interesting strategic location, and I'm going to talk a little bit more later on.
That's the dash to geopolitics.
Yeah, but here's going to be a little bit more than a dash, because it's quite interesting with the relation with China and India and Bhutan. But yeah, we're going to walk a little bit now around the city center in Thimphu. And all the buildings, if you notice, they have the same decoration. That's compulsory.
Yeah.
They need to have this decoration.
The Buddhist architecture.
Yeah. And I'm going to leave you guys now with my arrival here in Paro, which is where you have the airport. So that's where you wait for your bags. Here at the airport you can obviously exchange money. There are some ATMs here. And this is the currency. Nut, what I think. And it's 1-to-1 to Indian rupee. I have around $10 here. So yeah, you can also use Indian rupees here in Bhutan. And just before to get out of the airport, you can buy a SIM card here. Easy peasy. So I got that plan over there, which is 2 gigabytes for around $3 something. Pretty good deal. And is it good to live in Bhutan?
Yeah,
Very good. People are very friendly.
yeah. This one is Hong
Ah, that's Dongkam.
Yeah.
And then there's in English.
Yeah.
So, but then you can you read the Tibetan? You can read? No.
No.
Because the alphabet is different. But when you speak, you can understand.
Yeah.
Okay, just the alphabet is different. It's not a super fancy hotel, and that's exactly what we like. It's way more than usually what we have, so it's great. And this is their main newspaper, and it's in English, because apparently everyone speaks English here, which is great for them. And obviously they're not missing the opportunity to use the name Shangri-La, since they are known as the Shangri-La, the real Shangri-La. They're using the name. And since they don't have traffic lights here in Bhutan at all, none, this is your replacement for traffic lights. Let's see if he stops one side and let go the other one. Aha!
Look at that technique. He's so crisp.
Yeah. So I don't know if you guys can see all the way down there. It's like this is in the middle of Thimphu. They have arcs, and archery is their main sport, their first sport.
The national sport.
The national sport in Bhutan. So just take advantage to explain a little bit about the SDF, the Social Development Fund, which is that fee that you pay per night. Tourism is the second industry here in Bhutan. So with the pandemic, they really struggle.
Yeah, I sucked a lot.
So when the pandemic was over, and they said, okay, let's make a lot of money to recuperate what we lost, they increased to $200 the SDF, and kind of killed the tourism.
Yeah.
Because $200, like, it's a lot. Imagine, like, you're going to spend 3 nights in a country, it's $600 outside all the other costs you're going to have.
No flight, no accommodation, no guide.
No guide.
Yeah.
So now they have this promotion, I think until 2026, of $100 per night. So if you're planning visiting Bhutan one day, that will be a good time. And so incredible because it's 98% of the country are mountains. Only 2% that a small plain on the south of the country.
I mean, like you saw the road I was taking earlier today. The full drive, it's only like 140 kilometers. It took us almost 5 hours.
Yeah.
To give you an idea.
So that's part of the beauty of this country. I really don't understand what they are selling there. And this is the market in Thimphu. I know every time I'm saying something differently, like Thimphu. They used to import a lot of stuff from India, and now they're trying to produce more their own stuff. And this is cheese.
Looks like the Swiss cheese.
Yeah, exactly. Is it strong like the Swiss cheese?
Yeah.
Nice.
We call this pastime.
What's the name?
Pastime.
Pastimes.
No, pastime.
Pastime.
Yeah, because when you're feeling lazy or something, you feel like doing something, you put it in your mind.
And you feel better.
No, it never finishes.
You just eat. Pastime. Looks good. Thank you. I think this is for tourists, but no. It's a very nice local market here. Super clean, super nice. All the fruits. For those who like spicy food, whoa,
Yeah, food here is pretty spicy.
looks very spicy. And it's a beautiful market. And that's a very beautiful bridge. Wow. Beautiful bridge. It doesn't look real, right? No. It's like for tourists. But see.
Yes, first we'll go and do some circumambulation and later we'll come back.
So this is the main stupa here in Thimphu. Stupa, as I was told, is a sort of representation of Buddha. And you can see people walking clockwise because they're praying to Buddha going to that direction.
And so all stupas have 3 levels. Of course, they're not always as big as this, but the 3 levels are supposed to represent the soul, body, and mind of Buddha. And what's really nice about this one is that you can go inside, although no pictures are allowed inside. You have to take off your shoes as well. So we don't have any footage of that, but then you can go all the way to the top, and there's a lot of beautiful statues and representations, images of the kings and what have you here.
And even if you're not Buddhist practitioners like us, you're still welcome to come here and pray and walk clockwise, the same as the praying wheels.
It's a very open religion in general.
Yeah.
So for these prayer wheels, you're supposed to go counterclockwise, and within each prayer wheel, they put in 1,000 of the mantras, so little paper scrolls, and that's supposed to represent that with one turn, you're making 1,000 prayers. So currently, Rodrigo is making a lot more than 1,000. We have 10,000 here.
Then my prayers. Very, very pretty.
Yes. The
Wow.
art and the architecture is all same in Bhutan.
Yeah, that I like when you decorate the windows.
Yes.
Yeah. That's pretty.
169.
feet tall
Mm-hmm.
Buddha. And then if you consider in terms of meter, it's around 1 meter.
Hold offerings for Buddha.
Yeah.
Each of the smaller statues. Is that okay? He's not gonna get upset.
No. So photography is perhaps a part of happiness in Bhutan. So
So, is there anything you can't take a photo of?
yeah, so you can take photo.
Of everything?
You're only not allowed to take photo with the Buddha or the statues.
And this painting here is gonna take more than a year to be ready. Look at the details. And you can order here the way you want. But again, it might take more than a year. These notebooks are so light. It's made of a traditional paper from here. Welcome to the Dochalam Pass. So the pass, we came up from there. This is the pass, and you're gonna go down here. And here, my friends, the Himalayas.
Look at them.
Incredible, incredible.
We're at about 3,100 meters right now, so you can feel it.
About 10,000 feet, you think? And there are 108 stupas here. And this is definitely one of the main attractions here in Bhutan. Besides the main attraction that we're gonna show you in a couple of days for you, this is incredible. And there's another temple up there.
Which we'll go to next.
Yeah. And this is on the way. Help me, Nikki.
To Pongkala, I think,
Pungchala.
which is where we're staying tonight. It's about 2 hours from the capital city where we were yesterday.
Yes. So this is the Ganghar Puansun at 7,570 meters, and at that mountain there. And that's a very important mountain because that's the only high mountain that was never conquered. No one never climbed to the top of the mountain, so it's the only virgin mountain in the world because it's forbidden. It's sacred for the Bhutanese people, so you can't climb that mountain. So very interesting.
And beautiful.
And gorgeous. Collapsing. Oh my God. 1 to 10, how happy you are now?
Very happy. I'm in Bhutan.
Why they have all the values everywhere?
Yeah, so you know very
I got
soon.
so many.
Of protection.
It has teeth. That is exactly what you think it is.
What the dogs. A lot of women working construction here. Interesting. You don't see that everywhere. So in our way to Punakha, the town of Punakha, we stop in this temple here, which today is considered the temple of fertility. And so if you're gonna have babies, you should come here. And it's related to all the phallic symbols.
In case you were wondering why we were showing so many.
It's a long story. I took 2 pictures of explaining how that happened. You can read yourself, but yeah, that's why you see the phallic symbols everywhere. And remember what I talked about, the phallic symbols? Yeah, they are everywhere. But today they're essentially just a symbol of protection here. So if you want the same picture with the phallus, that's the place. Ah, you know how to play. Good. Very nice. Thank you.
Well, this place looks like a fairy tale.
So we are here in Punakha, another biggish town here in Bhutan, and this is Azong. It's like it used to be a fortress. Today is more like a monk temple, as well as administrative building. The same Zong, but a little bit closer. Let's get inside.
Looks like a very clean river.
So fish.
So this is all fish. A lot of fish. I don't know if you can see. So there's a lot of fish here because you can fish in Bhutan. You can hunt, you can do anything. So the fish comes from India.
Yeah, it goes. All meat comes from other countries because it goes against Buddhist principles.
They've been to Nepal. People can visit that room before they died here. So to prevail the peace in the country. Yeah.
This place is amazing.
The bridge is 180 meters span. And especially drinking beer. So And then in our home, we have a local breed called Ara. Ara is like
Wow. It's so nice.
So I had the opportunity to come into the Dugon Pass here one more time. It's just gorgeous, and again, the Himalayas all over there. But I'll talk a little bit the gross happiness index that they have here. Besides the GDP, gross domestic product, they also have the gross happiness index. So they measure how happy. Nick is back here.
Yeah, sorry, I was a little bit sick, and also I was helping some monks take photos together.
Oh, that's so cute. Because yeah, monks do have cell phones and they do take a lot of pictures.
They were very happy when I
Yeah.
asked if they wanted a photo today.
Let's see if you can find some here. So they really care about the happiness of the people. They measure it and they put it together in their GDP, but they have the separated index. So it became almost like a marketing, a touristic marketing for them.
Yeah, they call Bhutan the happiest country in the world.
Exactly, the happiest country in the world, and you see some signs about it.
Yeah.
And one more thing super interesting about Bhutan is that it's one of the few or the only country that has negative emissions, negative carbon emissions. What does that mean? That because of all their trees, their forest, and because almost 100% of the electricity comes from hydroelectric power, that then doesn't emit carbon or other what did you say?
Greenhouse gas.
The other greenhouse gases. Sorry, I'm speaking on the fly here. They absorb more carbon than they emit. So that's amazing. That's a super sustainable country and super concerned with happiness. And when you see a place like that, with the Himalayas,
Even though I'm sick, I feel better just looking.
just exactly, with the Himalayas and the temples, and people are very chill, relaxed, and yeah, they have all their basic financial needs almost met by society in general. It's a very interesting country, but at the same time, there's the geopolitical issues that I'm not gonna give a dash in this video about traveling. I'm gonna have a separate video talking about its geopolitical issues because they're very important.
Yeah.
Because it's sandwiched between China and India, and it's a complicated relationship. So
But we'll add the link somewhere.
you add the link somewhere for this specific video about geopolitics in Bhutan. Now we're gonna visit a natural reserve here in Thimphu. So we are back to the capital. Takin, the Bhutan takin, is the national animal here in Bhutan. It's a kind of a interesting different animal, and you just find around this region, so China, parts of India, parts of Myanmar, and it looks like a little bit like that. And here's our friend Takin. It's kind of a mixture of a cow with a goat, so the body of a cow and the head of a goat. Interesting. This reserve is pretty cool because they have these places to walk, and you walk through the place where they live. And oh, our friend here. Hello. So you can walk through the place, like they go under and everything, so you have pretty close contact with the animals. They're not aggressive. I like to see their eyes, but I can't. Monks exercising. Crazy. My country, my community, my family are important. So say no to drugs, alcohol, and tobacco.
the large one, okay? It's the largest zone
Largest zone
Yeah.
in
in Bhutan.
Bhutan, as in the
And
capital.
other side of the other side, you see another one,
Uh-huh.
a great building. That is Parliament.
That's the parliament, Bhutanese parliament.
Yeah, and the Parliament and the Zong, there's a Thimphu River going down, just river, and just below this Zong, you can see a wooden shingle. You see,
Yeah.
with a golden roof.
Yes.
That is our royal palace.
Oh, okay.
Where our fifth king and his queen lives. But other royal family,
The wooden roof
some
over
they
there
live
with the
north,
golden.
and some
Okay.
they live other side. Yeah.
So this is a very nice viewpoint. If you're coming down from the Takin Reserve, stops here. Definitely should do that. Yeah. So this is a very important intersection here, coming from Thimphu to Paro, because you have 3 rivers, many roads around here, going left that way, right that way, another one there. And in Buddhism, they believe here there's a little bit too much negative energy. So in the 60s, they built those stupas there. And some of them, from left to right, they have different styles. The first one is from Tibet. The second one is Ladakh, style from Ladakh, which is a region, one state in India in the Himalayas, but used to be an independent nation, Buddhist nation. The third is Nepalese style, and the first on the right is Bhutanese. So, very beautiful area here. If you're driving from Thimphu to Paro or the opposite direction, you're probably going to stop here. Friendship project. So this bridge was built with the help of the Indian government, and there is a monkey over there. You have to be careful because they can attack. Oh no, he's running away. That's a military base here?
Yeah, we have military up there.
Because there was like a container from the United Nations.
Yeah.
Can you hear it? Ah, wow! Look at that! Incredible. Sorry for the sun. So I think from the other side I'm close by. Wow, look at that, how much it has to turn. Sorry, I'm on top of the wall here in front of the Paro Dzong, and you could see the plane approaching to land in Paro. One of the 5 most dangerous airports in the world. Very few pilots are allowed they are certified to land here. Amazing. Bhutanese flag. Wow, look at the turn. Look at this turn. Wow. And it's gonna turn a couple more times. Sorry about the sun. Can't do much about it. It's super low. Another left turn. At least I saw it in the other plane. Oh no, this one didn't need to. And it landed. So yeah, it's incredible. So that's a fruit market here in Paro, in Bhutan. And as you can see, I'm completely by myself. So yes, you can do independent traveling now in Bhutan. Just it's very limited. It's Paro, the town where you have the airport, between Paro and Thimphu, which is the capital. Outside these 2 cities, you need a guide. But yeah, here you are free to walk around and explore the market, the people, the fruits, and the attractions here in Paro. I don't know if you can see from here the fortress, the Dzong. No, but even the market is really pretty. And obviously a lot of Bhutanese people here, but a lot of Indians here as well. They come here as labor to work in construction because they are, to be honest, they're cheaper than the Bhutanese people. And yeah, so a lot of the Bhutanese companies that they build, construct stuff here, they bring people from India. And here as well in Paro, there's another Buddhist temple, and I think the ceremony just finished. So there's a lot of people coming out. Police look weird. And I need an ATM.
Subscribe to your channel.
Oh, you're gonna subscribe to my channel? Thank you. What's your name?
My name is
Dezingcham. And yours?
Welcome
Nick Dam. And I'm here in Bhutan with those two very nice girls.
to Bhutan.
Welcome to Bhutan. Out of your comfort zone. When day you gonna show up there? I'm gonna take a few weeks until I put it up, until I upload. It was nice to meet you. Enjoy your Sunday. Bye. Nice to meet you. Started our hiking up to Tiger Nest Monastery, the most famous attraction here in Bhutan.
I'm alive.
Nick is alive. Yeah, she's much better. And if you want, you can hire horses. Get horses here to go at least a part of the trek by horse. So if you wanna have a different experience, save up your legs a little bit. People that way, horses that way. Yeah, so wanna wait a little bit?
I don't want you to talk about it in English.
You don't want to?
Don't say diarrhea.
It's filming. So Nikki had a
Poisoning,
food poisoning.
which is not something you're supposed to get in Bhutan, but it
Yeah, it happens to the best of us, especially if you're traveling. Happened to me so many times.
happens to me.
Happened to me in my home country, Brazil. So yeah, and so she was indisposed for a few days, and but she's very brave because now she's doing the Tiger Nest hike
I feel a little bit like I'm gonna vomit, but you know,
because it's the most important
can't miss it.
attraction here in Bhutan. Can't miss it. So hopefully she's gonna succeed. It's not that far. Look.
Not that far.
So here you already have a nice view of the monastery. Pretty cool, huh? Just weird that there's a cafeteria over there. Oh wow. I think it's alive. Hey buddy, Nikki failed with you?
Well, yeah, that's what I warned you. Oh, you missed. Please tell me how in the world you build something like this.
The proper translation would be then a tiger's cave,
Yeah.
not tiger's nest.
The main one, the cave we are seeing is the
Ah, okay. So this is the official name in their language, which is quite kind of more or less derives from Tibetan, but and you call it
Taktsang,
Tetsang. No, but how you call your language again?
Zonka.
Zonka. Ah, Zonka, Zong. Yeah, like the fortress. Yeah.
You can call it Zonglish.
Zonglish. Have you heard that?
Zonglish?
When you mix Bhutanese with
Ah, yeah.
Zonga with
Like Portuñol.
exactly.
Spanglish. So that's the official name. This is probably the best viewpoint here of the Tiger's Nest. Quite amazing.
Yeah, just Imagine how they built it.
Yeah.
There's no roads. They had to climb up and down.
Bringing everything up. Yeah. Well, sometimes they use horses these days and to bring stuff, but it's quite amazing. Very privileged to be here. So those are satsam. They're not that big, and they're made of clay and the ashes of people who have died. And you put them close to sacred place, like a tiger nest, to rest. And the different colors represents the different elements where the person was related. I am a dragon, so I'm red, fire. Keep all your mobile phone, bag, tiger's nest. Protein bar helps.
Sorry for laughing. I wasn't expecting. I didn't know what he was going to say.
So we visited like 15 minutes ago the tiger nest. Unfortunately, for respect, you can't take your camera inside. So no pictures, no filming, no nothing.
But that's true with any Buddhist monastery.
Here,
All of them
yeah.
Here. Very normal.
Bring warm socks because you're gonna have to take it off your shoes. Like,
As you also do in all other monasteries.
yeah. So that's a good tip. Well, something funny. I don't know. When we were there, when we were there, when we got to the most holy place, the monk was talking on the cell phone.
He was like, had all the clothes, shaved head, looked
Yeah.
very zen, but
Yeah,
talking on his phone.
Started talking on his phone, and then he finished and then went back to meditate.
Yeah.
And when you're there, ask your guide to go into the cave where there's the tiger. Oh, it's kind of like a Indiana Jones place. It's fun. Ask it because I know some guides don't talk about it, but yeah, it's fun. So I think it's time to introduce our excellent guide and our excellent driver,
Mr. Chencho?
Chencho.
Karma.
And karma. Yeah.
Mr. Chencho and Karma.
Yes.
So, Mr. Chencho, how long have you been working as a guide?
Oh, I've been working in the guiding career since from 2006.
Wow.
It's almost running for 18 years right now. But I still like my job to be a guide, especially going to the nature, to involve with nature. So for me, nature is always best because you get rid of the civilization. And then
We agree.
sometimes like when you get exhausted, when you get emotional, so I always feel to be better in nature than the noise of the people.
Yeah, we agree. And you are also a tracker, right? Like
Yes,
in the
I do mostly trekking, and then Bhutan is renowned for the world's hardest trek called Snowman Trek. So I've also done it 5 times so far. I will look forward to do more, and then that can be something like a life achievement.
And this Snowman track, it's in the Himalayas, right?
Yes, so
Tough.
it's the part of the Great Himalayas.
And how many days is the Snowman
It's
track?
actually the actual is 24 days.
24 days.
Yeah, so
Wow.
And how many times have you done the tiger's nest?
oh, the tiger nest is basically I have this time is my 158 today.
Oh my God.
Yeah, he's a professional.
But I still have miles to come here to get rid of my poison. Yeah.
For my Brazilian friends, he really likes football.
Especially Brazilian football.
Yes. And what would you like people to know about Bhutan, and if they are thinking about visiting Bhutan?
Oh yes. So first and foremost, so I would say Bhutan can be a happiness place. Yeah. So it'll be much safer for any part of the world for people to visit Bhutan, come and visit Bhutan. And then at least those who are interested in Buddhism, if they can come to Bhutan, they can learn some about Buddhism, and ultimately they can also practice some Buddhist perspectives. And apart from that, so Bhutan still have around 72% under forest cover. So that's why our biodiversity is very rich in Bhutan. And that's why Bhutan is also known for many trekking routes. So those who are trekking enthusiasts, so they can always come and enjoy the trekking in Bhutan. So there are many facts about Bhutan to be interested by the almost all people of the world. But I still believe that there are so many people in the world who doesn't know where Bhutan is.
Unfortunately, yes.
We're trying, hopefully, with this video.
Yeah, we are trying
So
to.
I would think that the video will help some people to know about Bhutan.
Absolutely. And this is Karma, our driver. Very nice name, right? Karma. And he used to drive the fourth king here in Bhutan. Very interesting. And I was also a bodyguard. So
In the military for a long time.
yeah, we are in safe hands here with Karma. Thank you so much, Karma. And now we're gonna see here the National Museum of Bhutan. Right? Overseeing Paro. And it used to be a watchtower, a Buddhist watchtower, looking after the fortress, the Dzong that we were yesterday. So it's really pretty, the whole architecture.
We just need another plane to come now.
Yeah, it would be nice to see another plane arriving today, because they're arriving through this canyon kind of valley here. This valley essentially is Paro. Tiger Nest is continuing a little bit that way. Unfortunately, we can't take cameras inside, so yeah, we won't be able to show you guys. So we visit the museum and it's quite impressive. It's an old fortress, so like 6 floors. There's a lot of stuff to see, a lot about Buddhism and a lot about the history of the country, the 5 kings, yes. And you have the sunset at the same time. Paro here, the Dzong. You can see the one we visited yesterday. It's down here. Beautiful sunset. And the airport just there. So it's also an amazing view. Definitely worth to come for a visit. Hello, so that's it. We are here in Paro in Bhutan and we are finishing our travel video. I hope you all enjoyed to know a little bit more about the last Shangri-la in the world. What would be a Shangri-La?
Like the mystical lands where everyone is enlightened and wise in the mountains.
Yes. So we are technically recording this video a little bit earlier because Nikki is leaving tomorrow to India. I'm leaving the following day because I had a small issue with my Indian visa, a little bit of drama.
Like I talked about at the beginning of the video when I was all sad by myself crossing the border.
Exactly. So I have to go to Nepal for about a day, and then from there I'm going to go to Bangladesh. So if you like to visit Bhutan, I know it's a little bit expensive here. You can travel a little bit, not cheaply, but cheaper than
more
cheaper than what we are doing here. Than what you're doing now. We are doing.
No, we did about as low cost as we could, I would say.
Yeah, but I'm gonna give more tips in another video on how you can do travel Bhutan on a kind of on a budget. If you also want to learn a little bit more about the geopolitics here in Bhutan and how they are sandwiched between the 2 giants, China and India, which have a historical rivalry between them. I'm going to have a separate video about that, the geopolitics of Bhutan.
It's a good one.
Yeah, it's very interesting. You should check it out. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you liked it, please push the like button, share, subscribe.
And stay tuned for more videos.
We are tired. I'm gonna cut part of it because we're tired.
Keep it. I'm still sick. I have an excuse.
Safe travels.